Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. Maybe we should be singing it, right?
Yeah, no, I think I'll
No.
pass on that. But hello, everybody.
I Well, as usual, we get into our discussions when we get together, and
Mhm.
the topic quite often comes up regarding the divine feminine. And Billy and I were kind of brainstorming this morning of okay, let's put it down on paper, kind of like what is it?
Mhm.
And we also talked about the divine masculine. And so, what is that? And so, we just thought we would do a video and talk about it. What does it mean to us, and what can it mean to society?
Mhm. Yeah, I like to always go off uh, on a deep spiritual whatever, but most of us know what's going on and the time that we're in and the energy and
How can we relate it to football?
mm,
Just kidding.
football is a distraction to the
Yes.
divine feminine coming back on the planet or bringing that balance back. It's even been prophesized, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Dalai Lamas that said the world will be saved by the Western woman? And when you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what he's talking about is the energy of the divine feminine, and so we ask, what is it? Well, the feminine is what is energy, what is the what are the aspects of it? And it's the biggest number one is the nurturing,
Yes.
right? The
Right.
knowing how to nurture. um so that's the biggest thing. What is the divine feminine? So it's that. And so I was going to the whole separation program and where men and women stand now, and so if I look out into my community or in my life or in society or whether it's clients or whatever, where is the divine feminine? I'm like, well, where is she?
Yeah.
And I think the divine feminine or the female, uh, for reasons, has been held down, whatever, right?
Very
Held
definitely.
down, been back, squashed, whatever, to prevent uh, you know, actually for that energy to come out. And how does that energy come out? There has to be a certain support. And yet look where we're now, right? The men too are waking up. Women are waking up, but from what the universe has shown me too, or even I resonate with, is that we're still running on a lot of old programs of the lack, the unworthiness, whatever. So it's like the male and the female have drifted so far apart from for many reasons, but
Yeah.
that's where we're at now.
Oh, yeah. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere and with everything. And I forgot what point I was getting to, but go ahead. If something comes to you, I'll jump back in.
Yeah. Um, we are at a time in our society, as an observer, I see this, and I think
Mm-hmm. That's what we
many
talk
of
about.
you also see it. Um, we're being divided in many, many ways.
Mm-hmm.
And
Separation programming,
yes, it is.
matrix, right?
It's definitely happening. Everybody I talk with is experiencing this
Mm-hmm.
with family, with friends, even their jobs. Have some really interesting conversations about it. And so, Billy and I have talked a lot about it, and I think it does go back to, or it points to recognizing the divine feminine and the divine masculine. They're not separate.
Mm-hmm.
They really are one and the same. We use feminine and masculine, but we are all one. And so it's the same thing, maybe a little bit different aspects of it, but it's heart centered love. And in many societies, including our own, as we were growing up, we saw a lot of that. We saw the nurturing of our mothers, of our families, of our fathers. I certainly did. And that is the key word, is nurture. We've almost gotten to the point where we're overusing it, but it is the basic. We need to be nurtured as well as nurturing others. And this can be done in many, many ways. Being present to somebody, helping them, listening to them, showing affection, appropriate affection. And a lot of that is missing. We're separating. We're in a society right now where lines are being drawn. And I have to admit, I'm a little bit guilty of that myself. I catch myself in that, like being very judgmental and drawing that line. And I said, wait a minute, Bear. Let's open your heart. Let's see. It's not that we have to agree on everything. So just I think it's recognizing women are so blessed, especially. I think they are the example of that energy, the divine feminine energy. Men see it. They do. I certainly do. And women obviously share it. But men, wake up, men. You also can share that divine masculine energy. And a lot of it is, I'm talking too much here.
No, you're good.
But, we were raised, I certainly was, and I think a lot of men were raised to be the protector, to be the one, the go-to person, to shepherd almost, to look after the woman and women, their mothers, their sisters, their wives, you name it. I mean, I see it all the time, but a lot of that has faded. They've kind of pulled back now. I think they don't have the understanding, a clear understanding of their role. And you can probably address more on the woman's side of it, what you see.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of, I see where the men are with that, because they have taken a step back, observing the female. And I think the female has been, whatever, squashed, whatever. She's just tired. She's exhausted.
Yeah.
Right? She's tired of the abuse, tired of being stepped on, tired of having to nurture, no help, no whatever. I'm exaggerating, but it goes back to, I don't know, lifetimes of oppression of the female, where when we're talking divine female or feminine and divine masculine, actually it was Desmond Tutu that said something so wonderful. Can I just share it quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
there it is.
See. Whoops, actually, no, not that one. Desmond Tutu, where are you? So he said, I have this secret longing for women to take over and say, men, we gave you all of this time. You have made a heck of things. You have made a mess of things, and we are taking over. And who are these women? They're the ones who are feminine, not women who try to be like men, feminine women who remember they are life nurturers. I am absolutely certain we will have a different kind of world. And I believe he was describing the divine feminine energy, the divine feminine within. And with the whole separation programming that has occurred, the woman currently, what does she want? She just wants to feel safe so she can love unconditionally. Like there's a knowingness that that's what she needs to do. And then things got twisted and all, right?
Yeah.
Both roles got twisted,
Yes.
right? Both lost sight of what it is to be the divine male and the divine female. And we need each other, right? And so even what he was talking about, it's that nurturing, that loving energy that's so powerful. And yet in the space we're in the evolution that we're in, we need the male to be able to protect her. Like if the woman can feel protected, she can really do that. So then when we kick back and take it back to, okay, well, bring this into every day. And we talk about like relationships now or the dating scene now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking at, okay, well, where are the men now with this? And then when you look at the women, like I kind of get it what they're seeing with the women. It's like women have taken a little bit of the role. It's like the anger, the tiredness. It's like, and then it's like the fighting for, and that's I think what he's talking about. It has nothing to do with the sex you choose to be. It's more of the energy behind it. Like we know how the masculine, not just war, fight,
Right.
take, boom, 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 conquer. It's not about that. It's the feminine energy is about creation, not
Yes.
conquering, right?
Yes.
Creation.
Absolutely.
That's the love. That's the peace. That's the unity. So we so need that balance to come back. So the women, for a long time, I've been trying to I've created classes, all about awakening the goddess within,
Yeah.
and different levels of it. And yet I do see a lot of the resistance in that. And I almost call it, not almost, I'm calling it a need of the hour for, when I look around, like I'm a baby boomer age. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at that giant demographic and I see so few females who are demonstrating that divine feminine. It's more of a survival. They're donning on a different hat. They're still afraid to express their full selves, or, just to be that divine feminine, be
Mm-hmm.
taken, be heard, be accepted, be the goddess walking through. They think they're not good enough. They're not pretty enough. They're not this, that, blah, 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 blah. So that's that whole dysfunction. But in the need of the hour, when we're looking around, holy crap, the earth is changing. First of all, we need everyone to come together.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about divine male and female, when we bring that energy back together, when we allow it to be what it is, um, we will have peace, right? This
Yes.
is how we will remake society, everything by all of that. So, but how do we get to that point? Well, with the need of the hour, before I get you off on a tangent, if we show men or help men to also tap into, because if they're looking around and they're like, well, I don't see the divine feminine, women are demanding, or, they're not even commanding a presence, which comes from grace. You can, the divine feminine achieves great things, but she does it through grace, not through conquering or
Mm-hmm.
manipulation or, we talk about relationships. There's, especially in the beginning, you know, um, there's such thing as an intention. I forgot what words you used. And also, like, women tend to come with, because they've had it, right?
Right.
To bring it full circle, women are like at this tired, broken state a lot of times, or in this part of the evolution. So they come with their, what you and I call the green book.
Yeah.
These are my rules, da 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 da, and nowhere in that does it feel like divine feminine, right? It's
Right.
not an honoring. There's no nurturing coming back when you're setting somebody a list of demands. You know,
Another word we used was agenda.
yes, the agenda.
And we can set agendas a little bit different than expectations. When you set an agenda, you're setting it for yourself and for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really great way to open up a discussion with men and women. Is say, what is our agenda here? Not only as a couple, but as friends, even with the world. What is the agenda? And we see the agenda being set for us
Mm-hmm.
right now. I mean, and society is not happy. So we can set our own agenda. We have the power and the desire to set our own agenda. And I got to tell you, in fact, that's one of the things I love when Billy and I get together for our morning coffee and we talk about this stuff. There's no limits. It's wide open. We have a trust with each other. We can just say what is ever on our mind, and that's something that you can have with whoever is in your life, friends, family. Um, open up these
Yeah,
discussions.
and that's a perfect example of honoring the divine feminine or masculine within.
Yes.
When you just get right to those conversations of their rawness, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, heart to heart talk.
Heart to heart talk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and show affection. Again, I'm repeating here, but not only to yourself and understanding, be affectionate with yourself, but with your friends, your partner, your children. Um,
Yeah, no, that's a great tip, and I want to add a spiritual tool as a premise to that. because many might be saying, yeah, sure, yeah, have you met my wife, or yeah, sure, or
Yeah.
I've been trying to date out there, I haven't seen anything close to where I could do that, or it's what
Right.
I want to do, but I feel like I can't. So the spiritual tool for men that I think is, besides, having that desire to learn, want to learn what is the divine feminine about, how do we bring that balance back?
Yeah.
But if you can tap into that, and that's something I love to teach and coach
Yeah,
on,
you're
right?
very good at that.
And it's like if you can tap into the divine feminine, the universal divine feminine, it doesn't have to be within you if you're not ready for that. But there's a greater thing going on here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've all know it's been prophesized, whatever. Like we're needing that balance of the divine masculine and feminine. We all have a knowing of this. We just don't know what it looks like.
Exactly.
But if you could tap into it and you actually know what it feels like here, imagine what you could do for the women in your circle. Whether it is a soulmate type relationship or just women of all ages in your life, or even a stranger. Imagine being able to know that feeling and then looking into that female's eyes and kind of sharing that, or quietly in your head even thanking her for being the goddess, thanking her for her divine wisdom and beauty and for bringing it back to the earth. Just that act alone, or that thought, because we're more than just these bodies, that person feels it. You would literally be activating that divine feminine within her. In that brief split second, there's an awakening that happens because you just helped open the doorway, to that. So I think that's another way to be of service. And I think the more you practice that, because then you're coming with an intention, not just an agenda, but you're coming with an intention that's higher than you, that's of service, an intention of bringing balance back to the world through the divine masculine and feminine. It starts with us. And then by practicing that, because that becomes second nature, before you know it, you've got goddesses in your circle.
Yeah.
Because you are seeing them, at least you're intending in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
You're acknowledging them. You want to get to know what is the divine feminine so that I could be the divine masculine,
Yeah, exactly.
And be held, up to that higher level without being controlled, right? Because there's that dysfunction. But if you come at someone with the love, then you're kind of breaking down their walls or any intentions that are not of the highest.
Exactly.
So anyway.
Well, we've covered a lot of territory on this. So give it some thought. If you have any comments, first of all, please like the video, because then YouTube says, oh, at least one person liked it, so we'll keep it up. But we don't have a large audience.
But it helps keep it.
It helps
spreading the word.
It does.
Spread the word. So share.
Please comment if you have any questions.
Yeah. What does the divine feminine look to you?
Yeah.
Like, where do you see it, or what are your comments on that? Yeah.
So with that said, and I'm the closer.
Okay.
As I see, we're kind of getting
on.
Well, I do too. So.
But it's good stuff. So may you feel that divine energy, and we try to always stay in that high vibe. So.
It's all positive. And it's like I say, it is especially at this time in our world.
Yeah, we need the nurturing.
Yes, we do.
We need it. So allow yourself to be nurtured. Nurture yourself. Start there.
Yep. Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We will see you when we see you.
Yes.
We never know when it's going to be.
Yeah.
Could be next week. It could be this afternoon. We never know. Anyway,
yes.
I hope you have a good day.
Yes, we love you.
Yes, very much.
We send you blessings, and we'll see you soon.
Yes. Bye-bye.